Yo guys, Jada Gunpla Maniac here to bring you another Gunpla breakdown, this time featuring the real grade Sazabi. This big boy is the 30th real grade in the regular release lineup, and like the Targies before, most of the inner frame needs to be built. There are a few parts from the B runner, which is the runner used for the inner frame in the real grade series for those who don't know. The Advanced Mobile Suit Joint 14 includes the waist area that holds the skirts, the shoulder armor connectors, and the wrist. That's it. The accessories include a shield, a beam shot rifle, a beam tomahawk, 2 beam sabers, and 6 funnel units. Now for the kit difficulty, I rated a 3 for intermediate, because the size makes it feel like a master grade, and when compared to some of them, the smaller ones, it's about the same size. There aren't too many small parts. I believe the smallest part is the part that connects the cockpit hatch to the head. And as you can see, in the background, the box is huge. And since it's a big kit, the price is going to be kind of high. So I kind of feel like the max you should pay for this is $45, minus the shipping fee. But do keep an eye on high shipping prices when you're shopping online. Be sure to browse around as well, because you might find some better deals. And now on to the review. Now it's time for appearance. As you can see, this is a good looking kit. It lives up to the real grade standard. It borrows looks from the Sazabi Verka, but without as many gimmicks. There's undergating on it, which means a lot of the nut marks are hidden. Also, Kusabi gates are used to prevent nut marks. Color separation is good. You got the gloss for the red, and the other red isn't glossed. And just look at him. He's intimidating. Look at the size of this thing. He's beautiful. And as you can see in the background, we'll get back to that later, the accessories, but those look good as well. So for the appearance of this kit, we're going to start off good. He's going to get a 5. This thing is beautiful. Now it's time to move on to the articulation portion of the kit. For this, I'm going to split Sazabi in 2, that way I can fit him in the screen while I'm doing the articulation bit. So, to start off, we're going to do the upper part of the body. Now the head has really good movement. You just want to be careful. It does do 360, but you want to be careful when doing it, because that part could pop off just because of the way that this part of the backpack mounts. But you're not going to, why would you need to do 360? You just turn left or right. But it has the possibility, it can do that. For the arms, the shoulders, all that opens up. It's on hinges. That way you can do so many more poses with it. This moves like that. You can bring it down. These open up to reveal the inside. I painted mine, of course, as I said earlier in the video. The arms can go back a little bit, or the shoulders can go back a little bit, as you can see. So it looks like he's sticking his chest out, which I think looks cool when you're using the funnels. It can come out, well, this lifts up, which allows the shoulder to pop out about that far, as you can see. This actually, you can extend the arm and shorten it. I have it extended right now, but what you do is you lift this piece up and you push it. Let me get a better grip. I had to fold this down a little bit just so I can get a better grip. But you push it, and then you put it back in the other hinge right there, the lower one, like that. Now it's shorter. And you can extend the wrist area by, I'm still noob at this because I don't really do it that much, so you wiggle that up, which is like a locking mechanism, and you, oh wait, it was already pulled out, my bad. You push it in. And the reason you pull it out is so when you're using your weapons, it doesn't clip this part, and it gives you more movement, as you can see. So we're gonna go ahead and shorten it. We're gonna keep that arm short, and we'll keep this one long. I believe this one's long, just so you guys can see comparisons. This arm, I mean, that allows for definitely more posing. Like, you can do so much with this kit. Arms are double jointed, of course. Boom, boom. The waist has this ability to, you gotta crunch like that, which doesn't really affect the rest of the body, which I think is cool, you know. We'll do the backpack last. We're gonna move down to the waist and the legs. Now, this is where all the weight comes in too. This part is pretty heavy. As you can see, it clips on right there, which allows a lot of movement. This moves. It can also, you can also pull this down. If I can get it. Oops. It's probably better for me to slide. There it is. You can pull that down like so. This opens up a little bit. So you can, I'll show you more of this when I connect the kit, but it gives a little more waist movement, and you can sort of lock it back in place. It doesn't completely lock. You can, the waist moves like that, which is pretty cool, and it's pretty tough. It holds it. The skirt, the back skirt, opens up like so, which is a cool little gimmick for it. We'll lift this up so you guys can see the undercarriage of them. Now, this one, this has that leg swinging system that the other real grades have, but this time it has a locking system on it. So, try to get you guys to see it. It's this right here. Now what you do is you pull that part down, and it allows you to swing the legs forward as so. And now the legs are moving forward. And what you want to do is when you swing that one forward, you lock it back. But I'm going to keep it in the back position because I need him to stand, and you can really, it's easier for him to stand in this position. But you see how high the legs can go. The legs can go pretty high. And this as well is double jointed, so you can get a good bend out of it. As so. Really good bend. And gimmicks, things move. For the legs, or the lower legs, this moves, and you can pop this out so the thrusters can look like they're doing stuff. I've taken the feet off so I can show you guys how awesome these feet are. Okay, now the feet themselves, the bottom, they have 3 points of articulation. You have your toe movement, you have your ball right there, and the back part of the foot moves. This lifts up. You can, for when you gotta lift it up, I say this thing has good movement, and even this moves a little bit, like so. And you've got ankle movement. So you can get some good posing with the feet. And here's a look at the backpack. Now we got This part moves and swings, so does this, the same thing. These can open up as so. You can lift that part up and it moves the thruster around. As you can see, it moves it around. The propellant tanks use a ball joint, as you can see, so you've got good movement with those. Close all that up. Now, if you pull this out just a little bit, it allows you to open these and release the funnels. And the funnels themselves, open these up, bam, 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 and you push it forward, and now you got it in the attack position. It's ready to shoot some stuff. Put the Sazabi back together. Now, we can test out some poses. And this is that, you see that? What I was telling you about earlier? That's that extra waist movement that you can get out of them. And these also open up, so you can get even more movement out of them, which I think is cool. So he has some pretty good waist movement. That being said, the articulation portion is completed, and he is going to get a 5 for it. Big old 5. Now it's time to show off the accessories. First off, you get 2 beam sabers. I only have one presented here because the other one is still on the runner, because I'm only using one. But you get 2 of these, and you get your beam effect right there. Bam. Yeah, looks like so. Really nice bright green. You get your beam tomahawk. Bam. And can attach the axe part to it, like so. Or you can make the super sword, super beam saber, like so. Yeah. You get the beam shot rifle, which moves like that, and this can move as well. It's a really nice looking gun. Get your shield. That's the little rockets right there. You can take this part off and put this up here like so. Just give me a second. Spin up. There we go. Like that, if you really wanted to. And you can take these off, and it fits in that part as well. You get a hand for your rifle. You get 2 fists, or 2 open hands, 2 holding hands, like so. You get 2 fists, and you get the open hands that's on him right now. As well as you get a 144 char from Char's counterattack. Thing that upsets me is that the long beam rifle, it's not in the kit. It's a Gundam Ace magazine exclusive, which means you need that magazine if you want to get that gun. And hopefully they come out with some builder parts like they did Sananju. All that aside, for accessories, I'm going to give them a 4.5. Last but not least, time to showcase the stability of the kit. Now, for it to be a big kit, the joints hold very well. As you can see right now, he has no problem standing. He's not bracing on anything. He's good. The back of the feet, right here, they work like anchors. So it keeps him from rocking. I mean, if he is rocking, you can just move these and set them down, and you'll be good. No parts fall off. I haven't had any parts fall off. He holds the weapons extremely well. No problems with those. The gimmicks work, and they do not impose on posing. If you've seen my album featuring this kit, you'll see that the gimmicks do not impose on posing at all. If you are going to stand him, you do want to make sure that his legs are moved back. That way it can support the weight of the kit a little better. It's more balanced that way, because if you got it at the front, then he's going to be leaning over. One of the problems that I did have was if you try to pose the shield while it's on him, sometimes it's going to fall off. So you might want to just pose it beforehand. And that's pretty much it for what I didn't like about it. So this is a very stable kit. I love this kit. And for stability, I'm going to give it a 5. Time to put in a final grade. And with a 5 in appearance, a 5 in articulation, a 4.5 in accessories, and a 5 in stability, I give the real grade Sazabi a score of a A. Highest rated real grade this year. Higher than the Tallgeese, at least for me. The hype is real. This kit is awesome. He's extremely intimidating when posed next to other real grade kits or just 144s in general. Very few gripes I have, my biggest being no inclusion of the long beam rifle and the fact that it's a magazine exclusive. You know, at least Sananju had a P-Bondi and builder's parts you could purchase if you wanted the rocket bazooka. But that aside, this kit does a lot to be so big, and that in itself is amazing. I highly recommend this kit. I pushed the limits when posing my real grade kits, and I'm very impressed with it. Good job, Bondi, for making such a badass real grade. This concludes the review of my Live Build Week 6 feature. Stay tuned for Live Build Week 7 featuring the Full Armor Unicorn. Until then, thanks for watching, and I hope I was able to produce an in-depth review for all of you interested in this kit. See you next time, and build on.